Babes, this is the advantage to just having a recorder on all the time, is I wouldn't have to take these pauses to answer your questions. But
yeah,
I went down to get some mail.
Yeah.
And also an Amazon package.
Yes.
And in my mail, you will be happy to know that I signed up for healthcare like I said I did.
Oh, good.
So it was mostly junk mail, except for a couple of envelopes marked important that I'm assuming are related to my new healthcare plan.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're rubbing something.
No, it's just your table.
Oh, good.
It's just my foot.
You were asking me, how did I know that you...
No, I didn't ask you that.
Oh, what did you ask me?
I was going to ask you, what did you say when you walked into the apartment?
I said it smells like galette in here. Because I made an apple galette earlier.
It's a galette.
Galette.
We both did. I mean, I was, I helped with the apples, with the peeling the apples, and also mixing all the stuff with the apples.
My floors are very appreciative of that.
What?
No, nothing. Because you were getting all of the
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. I was right close to the garbage can while I was peeling the apples, but the peels were not going into the garbage can.
Yeah, you got to make sure like you're right over it.
I was over it.
Okay.
I was.
I usually touch with my hands.
I did.
All right.
Yeah. It just, for some reason, they just did not want to obey what I was doing.
Oh.
Didn't want to listen to me.
Oh, good.
Well, apples don't listen, but you know what I mean. It didn't want to go into the garbage.
Nice.
For good reason.
Good reason.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. No, they didn't want to go into the garbage. They just went all over the floor. But I did not know that you can peel apples with a potato peeler, which is really, really good to know. And easy to do.
Yeah. We got this recipe from that dude, Brian Lundstrom.
I don't know what his last name is.
Okay.
His name was Brian. He's a chef.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
Really good stuff. And he was not wrong about the galette. The galette was, it had a strong crust. It held all the flavors in there. The apples, the cinnamon. It just tasted just right. And it was the right amount of crunchiness.
We put a little bit of clove in there.
Yep.
It was very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's just that it's going to show up on this.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Just be aware of that.
Okay. I'll move my foot.
Thank you, babes.
Here.
But yeah, and he said that it's almost like an apple pie, except a lot easier to make. And I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out because he used, what was it, Kerrygold butter?
Kerrygold butter.
Kerrygold.
And I bought Kerrygold butter before.
Yeah.
It is good butter.
Wasn't there a dog called a Kerrygold? We watched an Alfred Hitchcock episode about that, right?
No.
About the old dude who had the dog, and then the dog died, and he was obsessed with it and almost killed the wife.
Oh, I forgot what dog it was. It wasn't. It might have been a golden retriever. But
no, it was a Kerry something.
I forgot what I remember. That was a crazy Alfred Hitchcock.
We got to get back to watching that show and The Twilight Zone.
I know.
Because it's on Paramount Plus, which I don't pay for, but I have a friend who does.
Oh no, we gotta watch that.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do that.
You can put on your own nicknames and avatars on Paramount Plus.
Wow.
Guess what mine is?
It is. Can I guess the name?
Yeah.
It's Tim.
Yeah, that's a great guess, but no. Do you want me to tell you?
What can I guess? The avatar?
You can guess the avatar.
It is a dog?
No. Do you just want me to say?
Yeah.
Bald God.
Of course.
And it's a picture of Captain Picard from The Next Generation. Because he has a bald head.
Of course it's Bald God.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call you that. I'll call you Bald Dog.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to just call me Tim Sims?
Tim Sims. Yeah, I'm dating Tim Sims, everybody.
Oh.
In case you didn't know that. That was in Muriel's wedding. Mariel.
Yeah.
No, Muriel is like, it's Mariel.
Yeah.
That was a weird, there were some scenes in that movie that were weird, but I liked it overall.
It was good.
Yes.
But this galette, it turned out really, really good, even though we didn't have all the right ingredients.
Yeah.
That Brian dude has a lot of good recipes. Some of them are a little bit too beyond me, just because of the equipment he has and whatnot.
They sound very complicated, some of them.
but that's how it is with everything. Even with music, you're going to find things that are easier to play and things that really stretch your abilities. But this was a good one. It was pretty simple, straightforward. It came out pretty much the way he said it was going to. Mm-hmm. So I dig it.
And by the time I got here, before we even made the galette, you made some really good pasta with sauce, and then you made some garlic cheese bread.
I didn't do the cheese bread from scratch.
It's okay.
I bought like a sub roll and cut it into fourths and just put some butter, cheese, a little bit of oregano on there, and then cooked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm not a big fan of the Instant Pot rigatoni. I mean, it's good. It's not as good as making it on the stovetop, but it was super quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't notice any difference, really.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
But maybe it's just because I don't eat pasta very much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't notice a difference. I mean, it tasted like it was covered in sauce and it wasn't crunchy, and I thought it was really good.
I do like the Instant Pot, though.
Yes.
It's not my favorite kitchen tool, but I'm using it more and more.
Yeah, and you can make yogurt in there and some other things.
And you can use it as a slow cooker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you make dips in there too?
I imagine you can. I've never done that though.
Okay.
Yes.
How many settings does your Instapot have?
Has 9, but really the only ones I played with are saute, the slow cooker, and the pressure cooker. Oh, wow. And I've heard that the rice function doesn't really work that well in the Instant Pot.
Really?
Yeah, because it does have one of those.
Oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. You might as well just get like a regular rice cooker then.
Yeah, you're really enjoying the side of my table, which is fine.
I'm sorry, Bubs.
No, that's all right.
It was just there. It was just there, and I forgot that I moved it, and...
That's all good, babes. No,
don't worry, I won't do it for the rest of the episode.
No judgment here.
Goodness.
I was recording when you came over. I started after we came inside the door.
That's right, and I wasn't very happy with you.
You were wrong, and I think we can both admit that now.
I was not wrong. I think I had a very valid reason why I was very upset, because you didn't ask me if you could record us. You just decided to record us and said, "Oh, by the way, we're recording." After the fact.
We were like 5 minutes in. It wasn't like 2 hours in, and I said, "We're recording."
And I said, Why again?
Now, I thought, babes, that we had the discussion in the past that if I'm going to do something like that, just tell you.
I meant to say, tell me before, or ask me if we could record, because that's not just affecting you. It's making you happy, but it's not always making me happy.
Not always, but 99%.
Especially if it's a private matter. I don't want that recorded.
Oh.
It's
a little bit strange, babes.
No, it's not. I'm actually thinking clearly this time, Bubs.
Oh.
And I think some people would say the same thing.
I don't know, but I'll tell you before we hit the 2-hour mark the next time.
Oh, jeez. No.
And if you go up to take us out, I'll say, "We will record."
Oh, man.
What did you do without me all week, babes? Was it boring?
Well, I had some things to take care of, so it wasn't like my time was never occupied or anything. I did get a little farther in the book, as I told you. It's getting real serious with the Oswalds.
Tell me.
Okay. So I got a little bit of reading done this morning after I had a very, very frustrating time with my shower head.
We'll get to that in a minute.
No, we'll get to that in a minute. So Jake/George is recording all the stuff that's happening on Mercedes Street at 2703. And Marina and Lee go to this party. This was like in the last chapter. Go to this party and meet. They meet with the two Gregorys, Peter and Paul Gregory, and then George Bowie and that was before George DeMornshield comes into the picture. And so he's watching and recording and all that's going on. And I think it might have been the next couple of days. It's pretty obvious that Marina has been beaten over and over again, because you see, like bloody prints on her clothes or on her face, or she has a black eye. So Lee's been beating on her since he started recording them. And then George DeMornshield, George Bowie, and Lawrence Orloff come to their house, dropping off a playpen and some toys for the baby. They must love the baby a lot. But they also are fixated on Marina, apparently.
And they want to keep Oswald under their influence, too.
Yes. So they want to charm Marina and then also influencing Oswald to do something crazy. I don't know about Orloff or Bowie, but DeMornshield for sure. So they leave the place for a minute. George, Bowie, Marina, and Orloff. And Lee and George DeMornshield have a very disturbing conversation about Nazism and how Fidel Castro is ruling Cuba well, and that, just really crazy things. And you hear some racial slurs in there and all of the stuff you shouldn't be listening to. But that's what Jake has to do to finish his mission. And I think the last part where I ended up on is when Marguerite comes back and they find out that Lee did not get laid off from his job, but he quit.
Oh.
So yeah, and then Lee and Marina are separated finally, and Jake is moving out of Mercedes Street and onto 214 West Neely Street, but he can still see them from there.
Nice.
And when the Oswalds leave Mercedes Street, they don't come back.
Oh.
So that's where I am.
Hold this for a second.
Yes.
I heard your phone and I want to turn off my ringer because I have They Reminisce Over You as my ringtone, which is good, but unfortunately I'd have to do some editing.
Okay. Yeah, that I just got some kind of a message or something. Whatever that is.
Has the scene happened yet where the magazine boy comes to Lee Harvey's place and he gives him a lecture on Marxism?
Yes.
That's a funny scene.
It is a funny scene, but it's also kind of disturbing too.
Tell me.
Well, it's disturbing about what he's telling this kid, and then the kid is like, well, so don't you want to buy a subscription?
Well, here's the thing. Marxism is wrong, and Lee Harvey Oswald was an insane person. Having said that, he did make some good points to the kid, but it was above that child's level of intelligence.
I know. I don't think he made very good points to the kid, but I will agree that it was something that the kid wouldn't understand. He just wanted to sell magazines.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about anything else. He just wanted to sell magazines.
Okay.
But yeah, he was an insane person. But that scene wasn't as disturbing as the one with DeMornshield.
That was pretty out there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow.
What's going on with Jake and your girl Sadie?
Didn't get there yet. She hasn't called him back, and mostly, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that as of yet, but he keeps on thinking about her, and he can't stop thinking about her. And that's where I am with that. But as I've said, and I think I may have said this in the last episode, I don't remember. But Sadie, the last time I talked about Sadie, it may not have been on here, but she met some guy who was working for this Republican politician, and she's confused because she likes the guy, but she keeps on thinking about George / Jake.
She hasn't had pound cake with this dude.
Right. That's what they called it,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is kind of funny. I don't know if I want to eat pound cake for a while. No, just kidding. Oh, gee. Oh, wow. I wasn't talking about that bug.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you're enjoying the book, babes, and that you're getting closer and closer to the end of it.
Yeah, really. I do want to finish it. Oh, yeah, and then I forgot to mention the George de Mohrenschildt conversation with Lee Harvey Oswald was talking about Edwin Walker and why de Mohrenschildt was telling Lee why he should be killed. And so Jake / George is trying to figure out how to get rid of the de Mohrenschildt.
Yep.
In order to stop Lee Harvey Oswald from killing Walker.
Good.
Although I do wonder what would happen because Lee Harvey Oswald ends up getting killed himself. So yeah. I wonder if he's gonna get killed.
If de Mohrenschildt is gonna get killed?
No. If de Mohrenschildt is killed,
yeah.
Is Oswald gonna get killed too? Is what I'm wondering.
You're gonna have to keep reading.
I'm gonna have to find out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good book, and I'm glad that you're continuing to read it. You do have an incentive to finish it off really quickly.
Also, too, I never could figure out, and maybe I'll find out. Obviously, I'll find out later as to why. Because I don't think Al really went into it. Al Templeton, as to why he wanted Jake to stop the Kennedy assassination.
He did.
Did he?
He absolutely went into it. That was part of the first portion of the book. Is after Al proves to Jake that time travel is real, and Jake returns from 1958.
Yeah.
Al and him have a discussion, and he talks about stopping the Kennedy assassination.
Well, okay. I still didn't quite understand it. I mean, I know that.
Walk me through what you know. And because I'm reading the book for now the 6th time, I might be able to fill in some stuff.
Okay, so I know that he wanted to stop the Kennedy assassination,
yes.
But he also wanted to stop Carolyn Powlin's shooting.
Right.
And Frank Dunning's murders. The Dunning murders.
Okay.
And I don't remember why it was specifically named in that, and why he wanted Jake to stop this, unless you could fill in something.
Okay, so first of all, the Carolyn Powlin thing for Al was kind of a test case. Like, what happens if I change something that I know is big in somebody's life, and then return to what was then modern day 2011, and check in and see how much different that person's existence was.
No, I knew that.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake felt an obligation because when he went down the rabbit hole and came back up, Carolyn got shot again.
Yeah.
Before then, she was, just living her life.
Yeah.
But everything resets once you go down the rabbit hole.
Right, exactly.
And Jake had this soft spot in his heart for Harry.
Yes.
He goes back, stops Andrew from shooting your girl, Carolyn. Yeah. And Andrew's a really good guy, and so is his family.
Yes.
Which I love that Stephen King added that detail. It's not like Andrew is this horrible person. He's a really good guy.
And it was an accident.
Who just made a dumb mistake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that was after he stopped Harry. Or after he stopped Frank Dunning.
Yes.
From killing all the kids and hurting Harry.
Yeah, and the mom, yeah.
Right. And you're wondering why Al wanted him to stop Oswald.
Yeah, and I maybe I missed something because I was getting through the first part of it, and there might have been something I didn't pick up.
Basically, what he's saying is, if Oswald is stopped, this is Al's theory, we never go into Vietnam, and Lyndon Johnson never becomes president. It's likely that Martin Luther King never gets assassinated. I don't think that's true, though.
No.
And honestly, I know people say that about Vietnam. I'm not even 100% convinced of that.
Yeah.
I know that Kennedy was planning to stand down in 1964.
Yeah.
Having said that, it's also possible that he could have been convinced to stay in Vietnam.
Huh.
You know.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, really.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't believe it, but we just don't know.
Yeah.
And then he said, and likely George Bush doesn't get elected, George W. Bush, and 9/11 never happens. So that's why he wanted Jake to do that.
So it was kind of like, that was kind of like the thing that would change everything.
Yeah, you got to understand something too. Kennedy was very polarizing in his own time. Mm-hmm. And at the same point, there's a lot of people who were young when he was in office who looked at him as this guy who was going to make life better for a lot of people. Uh-huh. He was a first Catholic president. Uh-huh. He was very young for president. Uh-huh. He was very charismatic. In some ways, he was more like Obama than any other president at the beginning.
Yeah.
When there's many differences, but I'm talking when things started.
Right. So he created a populist.
He was a very populist president with and there was a lot of people against him.
Right. Of course.
Obviously, a big difference between Kennedy and Obama is Kennedy came from a rich family and Obama grew up pretty poor. Mm-hmm. But you know what I mean as far as similarities go.
Yeah.
And so when the dream of Kennedy and his second term was ended in Dallas, a lot of people were left asking questions like who actually did this thing? Mm-hmm. And even beyond that, what would have life looked like if this never happened, if Kennedy didn't die that day?
Right.
Yeah.
But so now it's getting really interesting because I didn't know a whole lot about the Kennedy assassination because it didn't resonate with me when it didn't resonate with me when I was younger. And understandably so, because this happened when my parents were still young. Actually, no. My parents were really, really little then.
My parents were too.
And they were in a different country, so...
My mom was like 6 when Kennedy got assassinated.
Yep. My dad was 5. Mm. And my mom was 7. Oh. So, I mean, yeah. So they I don't know if they understood. They probably didn't understand it, and especially since they were in a different country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is also pivotal because Stephen King, I think, is a little bit older than our parents.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he was like 11 or 12 when the Kennedy assassination happened. So he was not just alive, but he remembers the hype around the Kennedys, for lack of a better term.
I would say that either... Well, I guess that would be kind of like Columbine because we'll never forget that day.
No. It's weird. I go back and forth in my mind. What is our generation's version of the Kennedy assassination? Mm-hmm. There are 3 things that strike out in my mind. And they all happen like a year apart from each other.
Yep.
Columbine, Gore versus Bush in Florida in 2000, and 9/11. And like somebody could say, well, Rick, it's obviously 9/11 because that changed the tone of this country.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I know I'm a lefty and all that stuff, but and by the way, I'm not a big Al Gore fan, even though I'm to the left. He's like establishment left wing.
Yeah, he's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
And you would agree with me.
I would agree with you on that. There's many problems with him, but I think he would have been a better president than George W. Bush. And I think if Al Gore would have been president, I don't think 9/11 would have happened. I don't think it would have. So then you can make an argument for, well, then it's Gore versus Bush. Why is Columbine even in there? And the reason is because it was a disaster that happened one day. But one, it happened at a pivotal time in our life because we were both teenagers. 2, there's still school shooters who point to Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold as influences, which I think is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
And 3, there had been mass school shootings before this, but they were they were the first like celebrity mass shooters in a way. And I know that's
I don't know.
a loaded term, and people will say Kip Kinkle.
Oh yeah, because I remember Kip Kinkle. I was coming home on the bus and I heard about that horrible shooting. But yeah, I mean that was pretty bad.
But here's the thing. Kip Kinkle isn't idolized by mass shooters in the same way that Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold are. So that's why I would say I understand why people say Kip Kinkle, but that's why I would disagree with them. And I understand why people say that Columbine shouldn't be on this list of a possible version of the Kennedy assassination.
Well, remember though, Eric and Dylan didn't kill their parents. Kip Kinkle also killed his parents.
He did.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say to you is mass shooters today cite them as an influence, and they don't really cite.
I don't know that every mass shooter cites Eric and Dylan. I mean, maybe some of them actually do cite Kip Kinkle. That was Kip Kinkle did make the national news.
No, and I'm not saying that everyone does, but I'm saying it still comes up today where people will cite them as an influence.
Wow.
And that's disgusting, right? We can both agree that that's
disgusting.
horrible.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that's why I know the obvious thing is just to say 9/11 was our version of the Kennedy assassination. And maybe it is. But in my mind, that's why for me, it's one of those three things. What is it for you?
I would say 9/11. I mean, Columbine was very, very, very big.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we were teenagers. At the same time, I remember everything about September 11th. I remember everything from the time I woke up until later that day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when I actually heard about Columbine. I know that I was at school. Sorry, I'll move this. I remember. I know that I was at school, but I can't remember. The day just seemed like a blur to me because I was in school.
That's fair.
Yeah. I was doing my work and I was doing things that I had to do, but I wasn't thinking about Columbine until I started hearing more of the story.
And then a lot of people, most actually, would probably side with you and say that 9/11 was super important. I mean, if I could change one event in our past, as far as like within our lifetime, right? So it's not like, Rick, you get to relive your entire life, but Rick, you get to relive like a week where you get to change things, but it's one event. Mm-hmm. I would probably change the outcome of the 2000 election.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that would really change anything. I mean, I guess we'll never know.
I mean, I really don't like that Gore chose Joseph Lieberman as a running mate. I think that was a horrible choice. But it wasn't as bad as Dick Cheney.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know too much about Lieberman. I know that he was his running mate, but I don't know too much about him.
Disgusting human being. You're not going to like this. Very conservative, and I know you always say, "Oh, Rick, you say that about every Democrat."
No, you say that about every conservative.
Right, but he was a conservative, and he left the Democratic Party and almost ran for vice president again with John McCain as a Republican.
Well, I was never a John McCain supporter.
Yeah, there were rumors that John McCain wanted him over Sarah Palin, but he was pressured into taking her. Now, do I know that's true? No, but I do know that Joseph Lieberman spoke at the RNC that year and was like one of their keynote speakers.
Oh, well. I don't know. I don't know much about that guy, but I think John McCain is an even more disgusting person, but I don't need to go into that.
I think John McCain's a complicated person. There are things that I find very disgusting about him, but there's other things that he did where I'm like, that's incredible that you did that.
No,
I could never do that.
I think he's altogether disgusting. I think he is. He not only was he an establishment person, I've also read an article that he left his crew. And before he married his wife, Cindy, he was married to someone named Carol, and he left her after she got into a horrible accident that left her paralyzed. Yeah,
I heard that. No, I've heard the opposite with the crew, that he actually stuck with his crew, and he could have gotten out of Vietnam a lot sooner because his dad was an admiral, but he refused to do it because his crew would have been left back.
No, he left his crew.
Okay.
He left his crew.
That's not what I heard. That doesn't mean it's not true. He also tried to fight in some limited way for campaign finance reform, which we do need. On the other hand, he also was part of the Keating Five. He also did support the war in Iraq. He also did help the rise of Sarah Palin. So he's a mixed bag in my mind.
I honestly think that Sarah Palin has been demonized so much. When Obama and McCain were running, I really kind of was a little bit caught up, not all the way caught up, but I was a little bit caught up in the Sarah Palin jokes because I really think that she was done a disservice by from the media, and you know where I stand on this. So I don't need to go into it again, but Obama was treated like a gem.
Let's just say that I agree with you on the Obama part, and I completely disagree with you with Sarah Palin. If anything, I think she was handled with kid gloves.
I do not. I don't think she was handled with kid gloves. I think they were demonizing her from the start. I think they made her sound like an idiot. I don't think she's an idiot anymore, because after I got off of listening to mainstream media, I realized that she's not really a dumb person. She was never a dumb person.
Well, I would say this. I'm not, we can drop it after this, and I've used this example many times because I think it bears repeating. As dumb as I think George W. Bush is, and as much as I'm not a fan of George W. Bush, I feel very confident that if I asked him what magazines do you read, he could tell me. I also feel confident that as much as I hate Trump could also answer that question.
I don't think you hate any of these people.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Then.
I think you hate them. I wouldn't even say I hate AOC, but I don't like her policies.
Let me phrase it to you this way. If somebody asked Trump what magazines you read, do you think he'd be able to tell them?
Of course.
But yet Sarah Palin can't answer that question.
How would you know?
She was asked that question, and she couldn't answer it.
I don't believe that. And I'll tell you why I don't believe it, because they made her look like an idiot. And for what? I've heard interviews with him after all that, and she doesn't sound like an idiot to me.
You said you heard interviews with him? Who's him?
With her, I meant.
Okay.
with Sarah Palin, way after all that happened, she doesn't seem like an idiot to me anymore, because she was actually given a chance to explain herself. And I think the media did her a very much a disservice.
No, if anything, I think the media was too kind to her. But we can drop it. It made me hit my food flames.
Oh, what?
With my iPad, he puts my...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, babe.
I'm so sorry. You're not bleeding, are you?
No.
Okay. Sorry, bub.
Yeah, could you not just, go crazy all the time and get twiggled?
Ugh. What can I say, Bubs? You bring it out of me.
Oh, my goodness. I know you get twiggled easily, babes.
I wouldn't say twiggled.
Uh-oh.
I would say frustrated.
I wouldn't want to...
Hey.
If I was a lib...
Hey!
Then maybe I would, but...
Bubs!
Give me a kiss.
Tell you what, I'm really full.
I know. We ate a lot of good stuff today.
Oh, yeah. I ate 1 piece of galette and 2 bowls of ice cream. And before that, pasta and some pieces of bread.
And a little bit of water.
And I'm going to take some bread home.
I watered you.
You watered me. I watered myself. You just poured water into my cup.
Nice.
Bubby.
Okay, babes. We're not going to see each other the rest of this weekend.
I know.
Because I am doing a murder mystery thing.
He's my improv man.
Improv man.
Comedy improv guy.
In Salem tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited to you. I wish I could go, but I'm very excited that this is your first gig in that genre.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
We're going to play it by ear, and we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember, though, most of it is improv.
I know.
What makes it. That's what actually, now that I think about it, I would be nervous too, because it is improv a little bit. You don't have a script to follow, but I understand why. So I understand why you would get really nervous.
I got the basic talking points down.
Yeah.
And I'm very confident. They don't like you to discuss the people you work with, which I understand. So I'm not going to really go into them. But I feel very confident with the people I'm doing it with. I'll say that.
And you've worked So you worked with all these people then?
No, I mean just rehearsals and whatnot.
Just rehearsals.
But they all seem on it.
Good. Very good.
So I think we're gonna kill it.
Good. I hope so.
Yes.
I hope there's a big audience.
It's only 42 people apparently, but I like that.
Only 42 people there total?
And us.
No, I know that, but I mean, oh really?
As far as the audience goes.
Wow, that's not a very big audience.
Put it to you this way. I like bigger audiences when I do poetry, but considering that this is something I haven't really done, it's nice to have like a small crowd to do it in front of.
I don't know what makes me nervous, small audiences or bigger audiences, because it doesn't matter what audience is watching me. I know that they're watching me when everybody starts to be quiet. And then I'm like, oh boy, I have to get up. I'm nervous now.
For me, it's usually small audiences. And again, the only reason it's different this time is because it's something very new. But like if I was doing poetry, I would actually prefer a much larger audience.
And why is that?
I don't know why. I just feel a lot looser.
Really?
I feel very loose in front of large audiences if I'm confident what I'm doing.
Well, okay, so I told you when I was a music major, we had a couple of things. We had a music practicum where everybody, the students would dress up, whoever was performing, and they would perform in front of faculty and students in the music department. And that was more formal, so it was almost like we were performing at Carnegie Hall, but we were actually performing at whatever building was chosen for us to do that. And then we had something else called Studio Encounters, where we'd break up into whatever groups we were in. Like since I was with the ensemble, the wind ensemble people, and I was in the flute section and all that, I was with them, and those were a lot more casual, and they were in front of our professors and peers, so it didn't feel so nerve-wracking. But even though it was a smaller audience, I still got a little bit nervous.
Oh, wow.
But the practicums made me very nervous.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking about it as if we were playing in Carnegie Hall when we weren't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm definitely the weakest link in the chain tomorrow night, which is weird to say because usually when there's a performance thing, that's not the case. I'm holding my own. But it's kind of nice in a way to not be the top dog in the room. Yeah,
let somebody else be the top dog.
And all I have to do is lead and just like not F up my part of it.
And you don't even have a big part too, so
no.
And that's good for a beginner, I think.
Yeah.
So explain to me this. So the murder mystery thing that you guys are doing, is it based on one story?
Yeah, there's one theme of a person who died, and then the audience has to solve it.
Ah, yeah, I knew that. But I mean, as far as the script goes, is it based on one story or several storylines? This
one is just one, but there's multiple scripts that this particular group does stories for.
Ah.
Yeah. They don't like you to give too many details away, so that's why I'm a little bit vague about it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
So they have like different scenes for one script or multiple scripts for one.
They have different sections for each script.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people are doing shows this weekend, so it's going to be interesting, babes.
It is. I'm excited for you.
Thank you, AJ. Well, maybe we'll do one of these on the phone early next week.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. For your sake, so you can get heard. So you can shine.
So I can shine.
So you can be the Jaylo you're meant to be. Oh my goodness, somebody's calling you.
Well, I'm going to stop that.
I'm not gonna guess who it is. I'm thinking it's your mom though.
No.
Oh, you don't think your mom would call you?
Well, she would call me, but whoever that is, they can just take a message.
They can kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, whoever it is, they're leaving a message. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I wasn't expecting it. I should have turned the ringer off.
That's all right. I finished the book Theodorus Rex, which is the second in the 3-book volume.
It's a funny name.
Yeah. a biography of Theodore Roosevelt. It goes up to the end of his second term as president. He's already starting to have a couple issues with Taft. And they go over their beef in some detail. Doris Kearns Goodwin does in her book, The Bully Pulpit, which I read when it came out in like 2017, I want to say. I like the books. I will read the third in the volume. It's not my favorite biography, though, but it's good. I'm learning a lot about him. There's a funny scene in the second book where they're talking about his wife, and they say something like, one night she told him, "Hey, I know you have to live with me, but it's much worse for me. I have to live with you." It talks more about his relationship with the daughter from his first wife. Because his first wife died a couple of days after she gave birth to their first kid, I believe. And the daughter is kind of rebellious.
Yeah.
But then she marries a man who's kind of prominent and is starting to come together. But like Theodore Roosevelt, at least the way the book is making it seem like, he didn't really flaunt his wealth. Like he flaunted his status. He liked people to call him Mr. Roosevelt, even people from his same social class.
Yeah, and his brother, Franklin was different, obviously.
Well, I'm assuming so. Franklin was much younger than him.
Yes.
But it's kind of weird that you would have somebody, if I said to you, call me Mr. Hammond.
Yeah.
Or one of my buddies.
Yeah, instead of call me Rick.
Exactly. But like he wasn't the type of guy who was spending a lot of money and flashing it all over town.
Right.
And his daughter kind of was. I think they said when she got married and was asked what she wanted, she said anything with diamonds in it.
Yeah, wow.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she was a daughter of a rich guy, that's for sure.
A lot of rich kids are like that. There's this new thing I've noticed, babes, where rich people or their kids will go on TV and like downplay their wealth. Or they'll say stuff like, I know I have $10 billion, but when I die, it's all going to charity. None of it is going to my kids. And I know they think it makes them seem cool, but to me, it makes super rich people to sound more pretentious.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, because some of them actually might be telling the truth on that. So I can't really say. Maybe. I can't really say whether it makes them sound pretentious or not.
But then it's like, well, why do you have to wait till you die to donate this money? And you're donating it to things that you're interested in, right? So even if it's a charity, one, who runs those organizations, and two, listen, if you're rich, I say you do it whatever you want with your money. But at the same point, you're not going to get brownie points from me by telling me, when I'm no longer here and can't spend my money, it's all going to supposedly a good place.
You're not getting cookie point either.
Exactly. Like, I guess that dude, Sam Bankman-Fried, we've talked about him a little bit.
Oh, yes.
The Bitcoin dude who donated a lot of money to the Democrats. I think they said he was the second biggest donor to the Democrats in like 2022.
Wow.
I guess he was...
Was that before he lost all of his money?
Yeah, because he only lost all of his money at the end of October.
Yeah.
I guess he liked to say that he was like a philanthropist.
Philanthropist, yeah.
Yeah, which he said. And made it seem like, he's like one of the good billionaires. But meanwhile, he was just as corrupt as all of them are.
As Madoff. Yeah, that's that he just went down so fast.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And you know what they said, babes?
What's that?
So at one point, Forbes said that he was worth like a lot of money. I don't remember if it was like 30 billion or 90 billion, but it was something like that. And apparently it came out that, you know how they got their figure?
How's that?
He put together a Google spreadsheet saying what his net worth was, and he sent it to different reporters.
Wow.
So it was a completely fabricated number. And apparently none of them really did any actual research into it. So just because he said he was a billionaire, it was printed and everybody just assumed that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
I don't know if Elon Musk is corrupt or has just lost his mind. I lean towards he's not a corrupt dude, but he's a little bit crazy.
Well, the Neuralink part of it, I mean, I could the Neuralink part of what he is supporting is really, really weird. I don't know. I mean, I heard that these brain chips are supposed to be available for human trials. I don't think they should be tested on humans. I think maybe they should be tested on rats. Just because a lot of things are tested on rats. And I just, because these chips are, I think he was claiming that these chips are supposed to help with medical issues in the body, which sounds really strange to me. He even said that he was willing to take one himself.
Yeah, see, I think it's one of those things so where he's high on his own press releases. Not that he's, I mean, I'm sure he's probably a little bit corrupt, but I think it's more that he believes the hype around himself than anything else.
I don't know. It's one of those wait and see things, but I hope that Neuralink does not go forward.
I don't think that Neuralink will ever be like a mainstream thing. I think he said in 2019 that he was going to release it that year. He's always making
the brain chips.
Yeah, the Neuralink. He's always making statements like these, and they either never happen or they happen later than he says, and they're not as transformative as he claims, which is fine. But just realize what it is. He's a snake oil salesman, and he's a very good one. He's done well for himself. I'm not saying he hasn't, but there is a bit of that quality to him, or a lot of it, I think.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
Apparently there's like a new controversy around him. So you know that one of his first kid died of SIDS, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, this was like back in the early 2000s.
Oh.
And he's had like a bunch of kids since then.
Yeah.
But he did some interview where he said, I was holding my baby in my hands when he died. And his ex-wife said that wasn't true. That like she was with the kid when the kid died and he wasn't.
Who cares?
I'm just saying. It does go to his,
no,
his character as a person.
I'm just kidding. I never heard that before, but it is sad if his baby died of SIDS. And I'm not saying it isn't sad, but I'm like, I mean, either he was holding the baby in his arms or he wasn't.
No, but that's something weird to lie about, don't you think?
I don't know, Bubs. I don't listen to that part of it.
Oh my goodness.
I never even heard that part of it until you said it. Not that nobody should care about it. I'm just saying.
Oh, by the way, babes, I gave you some homework last week.
Oh, I didn't do it yet.
Okay, are you going to do it?
Yes, I will, Bubs.
Okay, good.
Bubs.
Good. You will look into...
Yes, I will.
Okay, all right, good. Then we will talk about that next time, babes.
Oh, my.
Don't get too twiggled.
Do we have to?
Yeah, because, well, babes, if I'm wrong,
okay,
then Trump isn't accepting money from the Saudis, and you don't want me going around saying that if it's not true.
Oh, my goodness.
By the way, babes...
I think Biden is accepting money from the Saudis, Bubs.
Well, I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm saying that Trump is too. And his family is accepting a lot of money from them. But we don't have to go there. But Trump's company was found guilty of tax evasion this week. Or one of his companies was. Did you hear about that?
No, I've been hearing about the Biden Twitter files.
I'm sure you have. Stop, babes. I
won't be doing this until next week, so I had to get my licks in.
You can't. Okay. All right, give me a kiss.
You get out of the line, I'll do it again.
Oh
bud.
my goodness. I'm just dropping knowledge on your brain.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Or what you think is not.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm just kidding.
So somebody, when Trump's company was found guilty of tax evasion, one of the listeners wrote in the TYT and said, it's funny that Trump doesn't know what's going on in any of his companies or the right people to hire, but yet he should be running the country. Ah, babes. What's that for?
Like I said, you get out of line again, I'm going to do it again, and that's what you did. So that's what I
Oh, no tickle twoosh. Oh, give me a kiss, son. Give me a kiss, son. Give me a kiss, son. If you give me a kiss, there's no tickle to it.
Hey, Bubba, I didn't even tickle you.
Well, then give me a kiss. You did tickle me.
I mean, I tickled you, but
give me
not.
a kiss, or there's no tickle to it.
5 minutes.
All right, we can drop the Trump stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oy.
You're welcome. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you find out when you do your homework.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes. Very good, babes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I have to tell you, I had a very frustrating morning, and you know why, but I think I need to say it.
Let's get into it.
I've been noticing that my shower head feels like it's leaking water out of it, and I found out that it's because the washer may not be working correctly. You know what the washer is in a shower head?
Refresh my memory.
It's what's connected to the shower head and the fixture. Oh. It's I think it's placed in the shower head. I don't know exactly where. But anyway, I was trying to figure out what was going on. So what I did was I took the shower head off of the fixture or the whatever thing you put it on. I don't know what you call it. It's a metal thing in my bathtub. And I was tightening it onto the hose, and I was tightening the shower head onto the hose, and it was fine. And this morning I turned the shower on, and I just kind of move it a little bit, just kind of to tighten it a little more, and it fell. So now I got to figure out how to put the shower head back on the hose. Nice. That's very annoying.
I really like your shower.
I know. I do too.
I love the amount of heat you get out of it. I love the water pressure.
It's great.
You have an awesome shower.
I do. And I don't know how to fix shower heads. It's very annoying. I don't want to buy another one right now.
I told you, just go on a YouTube and see if you can find some descriptive videos. Mm-hmm. At least check that out. Maybe you won't find one that works for you, but give it a shot.
No, I know. I might have to have you look at it so that probably means that I either have to take everything off of it or try to, and use the nozzle for the nozzle that the apartment came with, that doesn't have a shower head for now until I put it back on there.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, good. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do.
Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, that's my stomach. That's
yeah. We ate a lot.
We did. It was good, though.
It was very good.
Yeah.
That ice cream with the galette. Oh,
I liked it a lot.
It was really good.
There's a recipe that I told you about earlier that Jamie Oliver just put out. Mm-hmm. But apparently it's from one of his older cookbooks. He just did a YouTube tutorial for it, though. It's like puff pastry chicken. Mm. It looked really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a possibility for next weekend.
Jaylo. Yeah.
I think we're going to be doing the galette in the future again, too.
Oh, it turned out really good. Mm-hmm. Just about the right amount of crunch. You put a little bit of butter on top of it and put it back in the oven. It was a good choice.
I started another book this week that I've been hearing about for a very, very long time called Don Quixote. Ah. You're familiar with this book?
I've heard of it. I've never read it. I've heard the name many times.
It's interesting. I mean, the first time, I'm sure I heard about it before this, but when it first entered my consciousness was when I read the foreword to A Confederacy of Dunces, and they compared Ignatius J. Reilly to Don Quixote. I think they said he's like a fat Don Quixote. That made me want to read the book, and I don't know why I didn't do it before this. I did lie to a friend about saying that I was going to read it in like 2011, but I'm doing it now, and that's the important thing.
Is your friend still around?
Yeah, we're so cool.
Oh, okay.
He lives in Denver.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I just found out about a new author today, and I did not know about this guy.
Tell me.
But apparently he's celebrating a birthday this month. Or he's dead now, but it would have been his birthday.
His name is William Shakespeare.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
His birthday was in April.
I know, that was a joke.
It's an author named George MacDonald. And he wrote a couple of books that were inspired C.S. Lewis's writing, and it also inspired Lewis Carroll's writing. Ugh, I'm not going to get that.
Oh. No, that's your mom, if they're going to call back.
No, but if it was my mom, she would have called back right away.
That's true.
She would have called back like a second right after she hung up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And my phone would be.
It might just be.
crazy.
It might just be something that isn't important, and whoever either wanted to talk or whatever. I don't know.
You're gonna have to check it after this.
Yes,
though.
I will.
Good.
I will check it.
Good. Okay, so it's not that McDonald dude who died on December 28th, 1986. Then
I don't know who that is.
remember in one day they talk about some famous author.
George MacDonald. I don't know.
It was
if that
something McDonald.
I don't think it was him.
Okay.
I forgot what his first name was, but George MacDonald inspired C.S. Lewis's writing, Lewis Carroll's writing, and J.R.R. Tolkien.
How'd you hear about this dude?
I heard about it on a commentary on the radio, and I didn't even know about him. But he wrote a couple of books that I'm thinking about reading. He wrote one called Fantastes.
Okay.
And he wrote another book called The Princess and the Goblin.
What's Fantastes about?
I don't know, but he was making he would write stories. He would write like non-fiction things, but most of the stuff that he wrote was fiction and fantasy.
Interesting.
And he said that he writes a lot of things with fairies in it and fairy tales because he writes. He thinks of men and women as fairies. But the reason why he does it is because, and he was trying to make a point, I don't know if I agree with him on this, but he basically said that his fantasy stories seem a lot more real. They may actually seem a lot more real than his non-fictional stories because the non-fictional stories, the meanings of those stories are at surface level, and you can actually find truth in those fairy stories.
It is an interesting concept that I've heard people talking about.
I don't know if I really agree with that.
Well, the idea of finding truth in a lie. And they don't phrase it quite that way, but you know what I mean. It's the reality in fiction. And that's something when I was coming up, I thought, okay, that's just some stupid new age stuff, bro. Let's get real here. But as I get older, I get it a lot more than I used to.
Well, let me give you an example. Like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Chronicles of Narnia.
I have not read that, but go ahead.
It's a very good book. There is a message in that book if you look at it as a whole, if you get past the talking animals and the magical land of Narnia and the wardrobe and the White Witch. There's a lot of meaning to that story, and there's also a lot of meanings to the other books in that series, and the Lord of the Rings too. A lot of meanings in that too.
I keep hearing I should read that. I don't think I'm ever going to read the Lord of the Rings.
The dramatic stuff. I personally think you would enjoy the dramatization of it.
I might check that out. I don't know. I keep hearing that it's a great book, but it's really boring.
It's not boring.
Because, and this is what people tell me, is that it really should have been one book and not three. I don't know. I can't say whether or not that's true.
Frodo is on a big adventure.
Okay.
But it is there is a lot of stuff in it, but I don't think it's boring.
It's the idea of the hero's journey then?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And the Fellowship of the Ring and what the ring symbolizes. It's more than just 3 books to a long story.
Okay. Maybe I'll check it out sometime. I don't know. Probably no time soon. Though.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is a great book.
Nice.
And I'm thinking about reading the rest of the series. Yeah.
But I do think that there is a lot of truth in our fiction.
Well, I think,
depending on what fiction it is, right?
I think what he's trying to say is that even if it is fiction, the meanings are a lot deeper.
Yeah, because, and that's the truth to it. Like, how do I want to phrase it? Is Deep Space Nine true? Is there a space station called Deep Space Nine? And is there a Cardassian? Is there a Bajor? And are the Ferengis real? The evidence would suggest not,
No.
right? But is it true in life that we sometimes have to work with people we disagree with, and sometimes even people we hate? And we have to have nuanced opinions about people. And some people are born religious like Major Kira, and some people are dragged reluctantly for a long time before they accept their religious path, like Ben Sisko.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the setting of DS9 is fantasy, but the struggles that these characters go through, we can relate to our own lives. And I think I'm obviously using that because we both watched Deep Space Nine, but you could apply that to so many different types of fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's take what you're reading right now, 11/22/63. Did somebody go back in time and try to stop the Kennedy assassination? I would say no.
Nope.
But have people tried to stop things that they thought were coming up? And did stuff happen along the way, like them falling in love and not being able to share what they were really trying to do with their lover?
Mm-hmm.
For many reasons. One of them is because it could hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's happened before.
Oh, yeah.
So it's about settings aren't always true. The people aren't always true. But the reality that these people face is stuff that is true on some level.
And I think that George MacDonald, maybe the reason why he wrote a lot of fiction stuff is just because he wanted a more interesting way of telling people the truth, even if the story wasn't true. Maybe that's what it was.
A quote that I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I wish I could remember who said it, but when I heard it like 10 years ago, it stuck with me. And the quote is this: great art is a lie that helps you see the truth.
Mm.
Now, obviously, there's variations to that, but I love that saying. That's always stuck with me. Like, I'm remembering that one.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
well,
you know that's true.
Well, even in flute pieces,
Mm-hmm.
like this piece that I played in college called Syrinx. It's about and you've heard the story because I played it at an open mic, if you remember. I told the backstory and then I played it. It's about unrequited love, and but told in a story.
Yeah.
In a not a true story, but it no, there probably wasn't a half man, half goat that was looking for a nymph in a pool of reeds.
Right.
And she didn't, the nymph didn't really turn herself into reeds because she's not real.
Yeah.
And he didn't find her, accidentally find her and break her. But that's a part of the story. But it really makes you think about, well, what could that really happen to somebody where they have unrequited love?
Absolutely.
And then they realize that they lost the person forever.
It happens all the time.
Yes, it does.
Maybe it wasn't that the person was a goat, but maybe the person felt that they were ugly. And maybe instead of breaking the woman was attracted to them until the guy drove her away. And he wasn't intending to, but that's just what happened because he didn't have enough life experience at the time.
Yep. It could happen either way.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's no half man, half goat, and no nymph.
Yes.
So it's funny how fiction can make you think of things that are actually real, which I never thought of until I heard about George MacDonald. You
never thought about this? Not even dating me?
No,
who brings this stuff up a lot.
No, I never did, really.
Wow.
No, I just think that I never thought about like non-fictional stories that are at the surface level. That could be at the surface level.
How much time do you allot yourself? Let's say a day, but obviously each day is going to be different, to just sit down and think about reality and what is reality.
Oh, I have thoughts about that. I've told you that I have a pretty big imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I think of all the fairy tales that I used to here when I was a kid, and I always wonder, I wonder what that would be like if there were real wands and real magic glass slippers or ruby slippers, or I wonder what it would be like to go down a rabbit hole into a different universe or whatever. Just a fun exercise, not believing that it could happen, but what could have gone into these authors' minds to write these brilliant fairy tales?
And the question we have to ask is, how do you know that you didn't go down that rabbit hole? And no, seriously. And that you coming down that rabbit hole was you choosing to be born as Alana Jaylo in this life. And part of the rabbit hole experience is you forget that you're a spiritual being until you die, which could be another word for waking up or another word for escaping the rabbit hole.
I think you've been watching too many
See, that's where my mind goes.
No, I don't go there.
Yeah, I go there a lot.
I don't. I do believe that this is my reality, but I don't think that we're in a different reality. I just have a fun exercise and think about the things that I've read in my past and think, oh wow, that's interesting. What if there were talking animals? What ideas came to these authors' minds when they wrote it? Because when I was a kid, Wonderland and Oz, they were interesting. They were opening up my imagination.
That's good.
And the Little Mermaid and all these magical stories, even if they weren't real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. So when did this dude die?
I cannot remember when he died. I have to find out. And if it's the same, if he died on December 28th, 1986, then that was the right McDonald, but nice. I don't think it was him.
Might not
I think
have
he
been
died a lot earlier. Yeah.
Well, good.
But the other McDonald, the one that died, seemed really contentious. So
he did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and he was fighting with his author friend. Mm-hmm. So I forgot what his name was, though. It's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, that was a really good book, though.
Yes, it was.
One day. I'm glad you finally read it. Aren't you glad you did?
I don't know. Well, I appreciate it, yes.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm glad that I did. Maybe I am. I don't typically say I'm glad I read that book.
Oh, wow.
Unless it really does touch me. And it did really make me think about stuff.
Yeah.
Kara Knott and what's her name? I can't remember what her name was. The one that had a really bad heart. And she was given a dead girl's heart.
Yeah.
And what was really interesting was her answer. Like, she didn't think of it as, I'm sorry, it wasn't a dead girl's heart. It was the guy
who killed the girl.
The guy who killed the girl.
Who I think was his ex-girlfriend. They had just broken up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she just got together with another guy.
I read a book and I know I've told you this before, they referenced in One Day about heart transplants and the history called Every Second Matters.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think One Day is better because there's so many different things to get out of it. But I did like Every Second Matters. And I'm wondering, have you ever considered checking that book out? I know it's on Bookshare.
I'm not sure. When they were explaining how the heart was put into place for the girl, I forgot what her name was.
She seemed like a really nice person.
She did seem like a very nice person, and she didn't have any bitterness towards the guy who killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Like, number one, I thought, well, something beautiful really came out of it. But number two, it was interesting when she said she didn't think of it as a murderer's heart.
Yeah.
It was her heart now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the way that they described about how they put the heart in and getting the blood to pump to that heart, it was a little bit too graphic.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm going to read the other one. Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll read a story and it makes you go, "Oh, that's really cool that she survived this long." And, it seemed like things went into place for her after this because she was always a good woman. But because of her heart condition, she had a lot of trouble succeeding in life.
And she was young.
Yeah.
She was a young woman. I can't remember what her name was. It's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah, but good story.
It is.
Great book. Yes, I'm looking forward to reading more.
But some were just tragic, like Todd Thrain.
Yeah, and then you have that kid.
What kid?
Remember we're talking about Todd, the dude who
he saved those two. He was trying.
No, he was trying to save those two kids, but the girl was pregnant with his kid.
Yeah. It was really sad, and he wasn't really going anywhere with his life either. But he wanted to do something. He wanted to do something good for those kids. Because it was saying that he really did love those kids like they were his own kids.
Sad.
It was very sad. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. It was a tragedy, wasn't it?
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, I didn't really read a whole lot this week, besides for the Theodore Roosevelt book and a little bit of Don Quixote. Partially because my mind, I noticed when I have like something big, like what's coming up tomorrow, I tend to obsess on things like that a little bit too much.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting better as I go older.
Obsessed on the thing that you have?
Yeah, like I'll think, well, I can't read a book on Tuesday. I got something big going on Saturday. Not the best way to look at the world.
No, but that's good though, because you think that thing is important, and you can pick up that same book another day.
That's true.
It's not going to go anywhere.
And we did have a rehearsal on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, if I had a flute recital coming up, or if I was going to a flute event, I wouldn't be thinking about anything else. I would be concentrating on that.
I hear you. I don't like the fact that I do it so much. I think if I did it a little bit less, I'd be a lot more effective. But that's just my own opinion. I've also noticed, babes.
Yeah.
I don't sleep well on nights where I get really hyped up by an artistic thing. So, for example, we did rehearsals on Wednesday, and I got back home and I was super excited about the event this weekend. And because of that, I slept horrible on Wednesday night.
Oh, well, this is what I have a hard time sleeping, is when there's something exciting happening the next day. It doesn't matter if it's a music thing, or if we're going to do something that like we're going to go on a trip with a bunch of people, or I used to get horrible night sleeps the night before field trips.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, okay, so I was a part of these things called they used to be called the invitational games, but they're pretty much relay races for people with disabilities. So you had people with wheelchairs and blind people and stuff, and we used to have events on the UH campus every year around Christmas time. And that meant that I could get out of school, which was awesome, and win ribbons. It was a really fun day. So, people would go do the standing long jump and the shot put and etc. And the night before those events, I would not be able to go to sleep. It would take me a long time because I was thinking, oh, what kind of fun things are we going to do tomorrow?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always got excited for field trips.
Yeah.
Especially those where I got to get out of school and not take any of my classmates with me.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You were proud of me today.
I was.
Because not only did I do a good job in the kitchen,
yes,
but I did my laundry later than usual.
Very good.
Now, part of that was I didn't get up until 5:27. And as soon as I got up, I'm thinking to myself, I got to do some laundry. It's either this morning or I'm going to be rushing tomorrow morning to do it. Before
and you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't find this pair of pants, a gray pair of slacks that I have. And I called you about it last night because I think the last time I saw it was on Sunday morning before I jumped in the shower at your place.
Yeah, I don't know where you could have put that. Did you check your backpack again?
I did. The only place I could think of was at the counter, because I'll leave my stuff on your counter above your kitchen table. I
have to check it again. I don't think you did. I even checked the other side of the counter, which I'm not sure why you would leave it there either. Have you ever left things under the counter?
I don't think so. You mean just on the floor? Yeah. No, but it's possible that maybe it fell. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta see what the deal is.
But I'll rally and I'll make tomorrow happen.
Yeah, I don't know where it could be. I mean, you don't remember putting it away when you got home?
No. In fairness, oftentimes what'll happen, babes, is I'll come home and I'll just leave my clothes in my backpack until I need my backpack for something else. And I'll just throw my clothes out of it.
Did you check your closet?
I did, but I'll check it thoroughly.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, because I'll check again, but I doubt that I didn't find anything.
Oh.
Because if I did, I would have told you already, and I have not.
Well, good.
I should even check between my trampoline and my desk to see if you left anything there.
I doubt I did, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, one time you did forget something, and it was actually on my table. I brought it back to you today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My magnifier, but I knew I didn't know that I left it there, but that would have been the area where I would have left it because I had to read something to you.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I did, babes.
Yes,
I
you
did. Yeah.
How long have you had that magnifier for?
Since 2005.
Wow.
I was getting services at Ho'opono in Hawaii, and they took me to get that one.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The backlight no longer works on it, but I still really enjoy it.
Are you able to get another one if you need one?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But now it's probably, I can just do it as an app on my
There's gotta be an extra place that sells more stuff for blind people, because where I go, you only have I won't say where. Yeah. But where I go, you only have limited things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And in Seattle, there used to be a place like that, but I don't know what happened to it. I was looking it up, and I heard it was gone. It shut down.
In Denver, there was a place called Beyond Sight.
Uh-huh.
Not too far away from where the CCB was. I'm not even sure if they're still in business.
Yeah, because Seattle used to have a place called Sight Connection. Yeah, and that was with the community services for the blind, and a lot of people would donate things, but I don't know what happened. It was a good store too. Yeah. It had watches and labelers and canes and braille paper. Oh. I still have my braille paper from them.
Well, good.
And they had dots.
Nice.
Stuff to label, labeling stuff. I mean, they had all the kind of stuff that blind people would need. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Babes.
Yeah.
Switching gears a little bit.
Uh-oh.
If I ever become a billionaire, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as housing goes. There's that dude Ennis who I've told you about on YouTube who does a lot of cool luxury home tours and luxury apartment walkthroughs. He did a video this week of a place in Malibu that's $52 million. And I know this is going to sound insane, but after he did the walkthrough of the house, I thought that's actually a really good price for something like this. Wow. But then I watched another video he did recently that I just missed. I think it's called the Glass House. It's in Marbella, which is near France. Marbella. Yeah. And it's also $52 million. And this was a place where had this cool indoor outdoor flow. They both kind of did, but this one is even more prominent. The hot tub for the owner's suite was covered in grass.
In glass?
In grass.
In grass.
Yeah. I don't know how functional that would be, but it seemed pretty cool to me.
I thought you said it was in glass.
No, it's in grass. The house is made of most of
glass. Oh, I see. The bathtub was covered in grass.
The hot tub.
The hot tub, I mean. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
See, if I had one bathtub that could convert into a hot tub, I'd love that.
I told you that if I ever become a billionaire, I'm getting you a copper bathtub and a wooden one. And maybe a cast iron bathtub.
Oh my goodness.
But then I rewatched that video last night of this $139 million mansion tour he did a couple months ago for a place in Bel Air. And that place was next level.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah. But I don't have money for either. For any three of these. I'm nowhere close. If I get somebody to lend me $52 million, I might be able to buy one of them. But that might not happen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the place in Malibu just because it's the U.S. and I know the laws, though. But the place and I'm pretty sure it was Marbella. I think actually Marbella is in Spain. I hope I'm getting this right. I might not be. You know how I am with geography.
I don't know.
But it was super cool. They're both like really nice places.
Very good.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
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 Well, cool. I don't think I need 3 tubs. I would only need 1 tub.
Oh, good.
And if I could convert, if there was a button that would turn my bathtub into a hot tub, I'd love that.
Nice.
It could have like jacuzzi settings.
I imagine you could just take a regular bath in a hot tub, right? Just bring in some soap.
Yeah, you could.
Like, why not?
Yeah, why not? Just clean it out.
Should I do that? Why not?
You clean it out.
Yeah.
Put some bubbles in there if you want it.
Yeah.
Make it nice and warm the way you want it, and take a bath in there. I why not? I know. Shampoo your hair.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just make sure that nobody is home so that they don't think it's a hot tub party. You know.
I do often wonder with these luxury home tours.
Yeah.
And the homes themselves, like, I guess with the homes themselves, that's a bad way to phrase it. I love some of these homes, but I always find myself asking, what's the upkeep on that as far as price goes and also as far as privacy? So when you buy the place that's like $139 million, do you need so many staff members that it no longer feels like a home to you? Or is there some kind of, agreement you can make to where you'll have a maid and an electrician come through like every other Monday, the same day that you have like your gardener come through? Or is it just like people there all the time that are working for you? Because if it's the second case, then that sounds like that might get a little bit tricky at some points.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see a video where they break down the real economics of not just buying a place, but owning one. I know that Ryan Serhant this week did a video where he was talking about one of his first house tours on YouTube. They were asking $188 million and it only sold for $100 million. And he was trying to break down why that probably was. That was actually a really cool video. Yeah.
Interesting,
babes. But you don't know any of these people, so.
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't know any of these luxury video hosts.
I imagine they're all probably super conservative, but I do like their videos.
Why would you think that, Liv?
I don't know. I just get this feeling.
Well, why not?
Well, maybe because they're always around rich people. And rich people, for the most part, tend to lean a little bit more conservative. With some exceptions. Although, you know what story I heard, babes?
What's that?
Earlier this year, we talked about it at the time. I was reading a book written by Bernie Sanders' campaign manager in the 2020 election, R.E. somebody, I forget his last name. But he was telling this story about how Bernie Sanders was out jogging. And I think this was right around the time that he announced that he was going to be running for president. And somebody just comes up to him and is like, Bernie, I'm a huge fan. I love your stuff. And Bernie kind of blew the guy off. And Ari goes up to him and he's like, that was Jeffrey Katzenberg, right? Jeffrey Katzenberg is not just super rich. He's like one of the most powerful people in Hollywood.
Wow. Jeffrey Katzenberg.
I'm pretty sure it was Jeffrey Katzenberg.
I heard the name, but I don't know much about the guy.
He helped start DreamWorks.
Oh.
With Steven Spielberg and David Geffen.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Oh, that's right. David Geffen was in the Linda Ronstadt documentary. That's right,
because she was signed to his label.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's funny. Interesting
stuff there, Jaylo.
Very good.
Yeah. Well, babes.
Yeah.
Have you had any dreams recently?
I have not, actually. At least not that I remember. Those other dreams that I mentioned last week, they were really weird.
Good.
Yeah, that was very strange.
Yeah. Well, good. Was there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh wait, there was one dream. Did I mention it? I think I told you about it the other day. I should mention it. It was about the that I was in the science class, and the science teacher, it was a college science class. The science teacher was showing the students all these science charts, and I couldn't read them. And then some girl got up and started bullying me in the class, and I figured out a way to get her off of me, and I don't remember what I did.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the class, I get this paper as recognition for resolving that conflict.
Nice.
And then I left. Did I ever tell you?
What's up?
On maybe
Yeah.
not on this platform. I don't remember if I did. That my itinerant teacher asked me if I ever thought about being a conflict mediator.
You mentioned that to me once, I think.
Yeah, because I think she saw me. One of the teachers at my school saw me handling this conflict with this guy because he kept asking me questions, and my sister knew who he was. She wasn't there when this happened.
Yeah.
But he just kept asking me these questions. Very annoying. I was very annoyed, and I wasn't mean. I just basically said, "Okay, just go now. I don't have time. I have to go to class. Just get out of here."
How old were you roughly around when this happened?
I had to be at least 15 or 16.
Okay. To me, that's one of those jobs that sounds really, really cool in the 1990s, but there's no way I would want to do that now.
I don't know if I could do that now.
Yeah, I mean, with all the shootings that go on now, I would be too afraid that somebody would be upset with my decision.
Yeah, but maybe, I mean, and I wasn't exactly sure what conflicts I would be handling, because if it was a conflict that involved a weapon, I don't think I could do it.
Oh, well, I don't think they say, "Hey, here's a gun. Somebody's holding it. Go and talk to them."
No, not that.
Okay.
If the other person had a gun.
What do you mean?
If the other person that was starting the conflict had a gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. It wasn't really explained to me what kind of conflicts I would be having. I was hoping it would just be conflicts that were verbal conflicts.
Oh.
And not physical conflicts, because I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
Nice.
But I ended up not being a conflict mediator, which in some ways I was actually very glad that I wasn't. Although that would really look good on my resume.
It would.
Yeah. Yes. It would really look good on my resume. But no such luck.
No moss.
No moss. It's okay, though.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yes. Well, babes.
Yes?
Anything else you want to talk about?
It's nice to be back at your place.
Thank you. It's nice to have you back. It hasn't been that long.
I know, but it was a few months. You
Yeah.
know? It was like in the summer, and it was a beautiful day outside that day. And
we're only hanging here for like an hour or so before we went hiking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, good. It's nice to have you back there, Jay. Well, even though you're leaving in a few hours. But
it's okay.
Next weekend, I will be spending a lot of time at your place, which is nice.
Unfortunately. I mean, no. No, my goodness. Well, you do have your own place. But no. It's nice to have some good company.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good, babes.
Okay.
Well, babes, anything else you want to say?
No.
Well, give me a kiss.
Why?
Because you need one.
Okay.
You do. All right, babes.
Oh, goodness.
Goodness.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.